Breakover angle is a specification you'll see given for many off-road vehicles. What is it, and why does it matter? We'll answer these two questions today. The two measurements we need to make are the wheelbase, the center of this wheel to the center of this wheel, in our case 80 inches, and the clearance at the center of the wheelbase. So if it's an 80-inch wheelbase, then 40 inches would get us to right at the center. So we need to measure the lowest point at the center, and for us that's going to be 10.5 inches. And those are the only two measurements we need to make. We have our 80-inch wheelbase, our 10.5-inch clearance at the center of that wheelbase. Make sure you're not measuring clearance where you normally do at your differential or your A-arms. In this case, you want clearance at the center of your wheelbase. And we're trying to find this angle right here. So we divide our clearance, in my case 10.5 inches, by half of our wheelbase, which for me would be 40 inches because my whole wheelbase is 80 inches. And we get 0.2625. Then we click second tangent and get the inverse tangent of 0.2625. Close parentheses, and we get 14.7 degrees. And then we multiply that by 2. So rounded, our breakover angle is 29.42 degrees. We learned how to calculate breakover angle, but what's its practical application? What does it mean? Well, when you're on the trail and you see a bump ahead, and you think, I can make it over that one, and you do. And then you see a bigger bump ahead, and you think, I can make it over that one too, and you don't. Whoops! That's when you wish you had a bigger breakover angle. Breakover angle is a mathematical way to figure out just how big of an object you can drive over before you get high-centered on its apex, whether that object be a boulder or the tip of a sand dune. While clearance tells you how big of an object you can drive over on flat ground, breakover angle tells you how big of an object you can drive over when that object is on the apex of a hill. When your rear wheels are ascending a hill and your front wheels are descending the same hill. That is when breakover angle really matters. I want to reiterate that you need to measure your clearance from the center of your wheelbase, not anywhere else. If you Google what's the clearance for my rig, the answer is going to be telling you what the clearance is from your A-arms or from your differential. But when you're calculating breakover angle, you want to know what the clearance is at the midpoint of your wheelbase. Now, even though the math we did is pretty simple, some people will get scared away just by the fact that you had to use inverse tangent. So a lot of people will just take the dealer's word for it or take the manufacturer's word for it. Most of the time they're honest, but sometimes they fudge the numbers a little bit. So do your own math. I hope today's video gave you a better understanding of breakover angle and its application. Thanks for watching.